Are you over 70 and wondering if you need to push harder in your workouts to stay healthy? What if the key to long-lasting vitality isn't working harder but working smarter? Intense exercise might seem like the answer, but it can lead to joint pain, fatigue, or even injuries. Instead, simple, balanced habits can help you maintain health and energy without overexertion. In this video, we'll explore 6 inspiring stories of older adults who found new ways to stay active, feel energized, and enjoy life. Stick around to discover how small changes can make a big difference. Grandma Linda's daily walks, the power of simplicity. At 73, Grandma Linda was determined to stay fit and active, wanting to keep up with her younger friends. She believed that jogging every morning was the best way to maintain her health and energy. However, after just a few weeks of pushing herself to match the pace of her youth, she began experiencing persistent joint pain, particularly in her knees and hips. The fatigue set in, and rather than feeling revitalized, she often found herself drained and sore. Linda realized that while her intentions were good, her approach wasn't sustainable for her aging body. Determined to find a healthier way to stay active, Linda made a simple but powerful change. She shifted from jogging to walking at a comfortable pace. At first, this felt like a step backward. She worried that walking might not be enough to keep her healthy. However, she quickly discovered the transformative benefits of this gentler routine. Her joint pain began to fade. Her energy levels steadily improved, and she found herself looking forward to her daily walks rather than dreading them. Linda's story demonstrates that sometimes less really is more. Walking may seem like a basic activity, but for older adults, it's one of the most effective ways to maintain mobility, support heart health, and reduce stress. Walking at a steady, manageable pace doesn't strain the body, making it an ideal exercise for those over 70. Plus, it's a versatile activity. You can enjoy it almost anywhere. Whether strolling through your neighborhood, a local park, or even indoors on a treadmill. Grandma Linda's experience is a reminder that staying active doesn't have to mean pushing your limits. Instead, it's about listening to your body and finding an approach that nurtures your health without overexertion. A simple walk, done consistently, can be a powerful step toward a healthier, more energized life. Michael's yoga transformation, finding balance in flexibility. At 75, Michael had built his identity around strength and power. He was a regular at the gym, lifting weights and pushing himself to maintain his fitness. For decades, this routine gave him a sense of pride and accomplishment. However, as the years passed, Michael began to notice a troubling pattern. His shoulders and hips felt stiffer. His lower back ached more frequently, and his movements were no longer as fluid as they once were. Despite his dedication, he realized that focusing solely on strength training was taking a toll on his body. Determined to find a solution, Michael decided to try something outside of his comfort zone, yoga. Initially, he was skeptical. Could gentle stretches and slow movements really make a difference for someone who thrived on lifting heavy weights? He joined a beginner's yoga class and approached it with an open mind. What Michael discovered surprised him. The combination of gentle stretching, controlled breathing, and mindful movements began to work wonders. Over time, the stiffness in his shoulders and hips eased, and the persistent lower back pain diminished significantly. Michael found himself waking up in the mornings with greater mobility and less discomfort. He also noticed how yoga complemented his strength training, rather than replacing it. Improved flexibility and posture allowed him to lift weights more effectively, with less strain on his joints and muscles. Beyond the physical benefits, yoga offered Michael something unexpected, a sense of balance and calm. The focused breathing helped him feel more centered, while the stretches provided a sense of release he didn't realize he needed. Michael's story is a testament to the power of finding balance in fitness. It's not just about how much weight you can lift or how fast you can move, it's about maintaining harmony between strength and flexibility. For older adults, incorporating yoga into a routine can open the door to improved mobility, reduced pain, and a more holistic approach to health and wellness. Eleanor's gentle strength training, redefining power after 70. At 79, Eleanor was a regular at the gym, a place where she felt strong and capable. For years, she embraced intense strength training, lifting heavy weights to keep her muscles toned and her body fit. But as time went on, her routine began to take a toll. The soreness in her muscles lasted longer than it used to. Her joints started to ache, and the fatigue she experienced after workouts became harder to shake off. Eleanor realized that what once worked for her younger self was no longer serving her aging body. Instead of giving up on strength training, Eleanor decided to adapt her approach. She replaced heavy dumbbells with lighter resistance bands and incorporated bodyweight exercises like squats, lunges, and wall push-ups into her routine. These movements, while gentler, were no less effective. With controlled and deliberate repetitions, Eleanor found that she could maintain her muscle tone and strength without overloading her joints or straining her body. The results were transformative. Eleanor's muscle tone improved, and the persistent soreness she once felt diminished significantly. She felt stronger, more energized, and more in tune with her body's needs. What surprised her the most was how sustainable this new approach was. By giving her body the rest and recovery it needed, Eleanor was able to enjoy her workouts again and stay active without fear of injury. Eleanor's journey highlights an important lesson: strength training after 70 doesn't have to mean lifting the heaviest weights in the gym. Instead, it's about focusing on exercises that build strength while respecting the body's limitations. Using resistance bands, practicing controlled movements, and incorporating bodyweight exercises can effectively maintain muscle health, improve mobility, and prevent muscle loss. Eleanor's story proves that with the right adjustments, you can continue to feel empowered and strong at any age. Strength isn't just about how much weight you can lift, it's about maintaining the energy and confidence to navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. David's journey to mindful breathing, energizing without overexertion. At 81, David had spent most of his life chasing endurance. A marathon runner for decades, he thrived on pushing his limits, feeling the wind on his face as he clocked mile after mile. But as the years passed, David noticed a shift. His stamina wasn't what it used to be, and the long-distance runs that once invigorated him now left him feeling drained and exhausted. He began to question whether his body could sustain the intensity he had always demanded from it. Instead of forcing himself to keep up with the pace of his younger years, David decided to explore a gentler alternative: mindful breathing. At first, the idea of sitting still and focusing on his breath felt foreign to someone accustomed to constant motion. However, as he began practicing simple breathing exercises, he discovered a profound sense of calm and clarity that running no longer provided. By incorporating deep, intentional breaths into his daily routine, David found himself feeling more centered and energized. The benefits of mindful breathing extended beyond physical energy. David noticed his focus improving, and the moments of stillness helped reduce the stress he hadn't even realized he was carrying. Even on days when he didn't engage in physical activity, The breathing exercises gave him a sense of movement within, a way to recharge without overexerting himself. Over time, he began pairing his breathing practice with light meditation, which further enhanced his sense of peace and well-being. David's story is a powerful reminder that staying active doesn't always require intense physical exertion. Practices like deep breathing and meditation can offer a sustainable source of energy and focus. Especially for older adults. They help reduce stress, improve mental clarity, and provide a sense of balance that is crucial in later years. David's shift from marathons to mindfulness shows that slowing down doesn't mean giving up, it means finding a new rhythm that nurtures both body and mind. Susan's gardening habit, cultivating health and joy. At 77, Susan had always found peace and purpose in her garden. For decades, it was her sanctuary, a place where she could connect with nature, nurture life, and create beauty. However, as she grew older, maintaining her expansive garden became a challenge. Heavy lifting, prolonged bending, and intense weeding sessions started to strain her back and joints. Her doctor advised her to take it easy. And at first, Susan worried that she might have to give up her beloved hobby altogether. Rather than abandoning her passion, Susan decided to adjust her approach. She downsized her garden to a more manageable size and reimagined her routine to focus on lighter tasks. Now, her days in the garden are filled with gentle activities like planting flowers, pulling weeds, and trimming bushes, all at a pace that suits her energy levels. She swapped heavy lifting for smarter solutions, like using ergonomic tools and raised garden beds, which made her work easier and less taxing on her body. What Susan discovered was remarkable. Gardening in this new way didn't just keep her physically active, it also nourished her spirit. Each day, she felt a renewed sense of joy as she watched her flowers bloom and her plants thrive. The fresh air, the tactile connection with the soil, and the peacefulness of being outdoors brought her a sense of fulfillment that extended beyond physical health. Gardening became more than a hobby, it was a daily ritual that grounded Susan in the present moment and filled her with gratitude. It kept her flexible, energized, and connected to the world around her, without the strain of high-intensity exercise. Susan's story is a testament to the power of light, purposeful activity in later life. Whether it's gardening, tidying up, or pursuing another gentle passion, small, consistent actions can promote physical well-being, reduce stress, and bring immense satisfaction. For older adults, sometimes the simplest activities provide the greatest rewards, proving that staying active is as much about the soul as it is about the body. Richard's social engagement, the key to mental and emotional vitality. At 83, Richard had discovered a secret to thriving in his later years, staying socially and mentally engaged. While many people his age focused solely on physical health, Richard realized the immense value of fostering meaningful connections and keeping his mind active. Instead of spending his days alone or sticking to the same routines, he embraced opportunities to connect with others and contribute to his community. Richard was an active member of a weekly book club, where he and a group of friends gathered to discuss literature. These conversations were more than just casual chats, they challenged his thinking and sparked his curiosity. Additionally, Richard volunteered regularly with local organizations, supporting causes he was passionate about. These activities gave him a sense of purpose and fulfillment, keeping him emotionally connected to the world around him. What Richard found most surprising was how these social engagements improved his overall well-being. His conversations and volunteer work didn't just brighten his days, they also sharpened his mind. Engaging in discussions and learning new perspectives kept his memory sharp and his critical thinking skills intact. These interactions offered a level of intellectual stimulation that physical exercise alone couldn't provide. Beyond the mental benefits, Richard's social connections enriched his emotional health. Being surrounded by like-minded individuals who shared his passions gave him a strong sense of belonging. He felt supported, valued, and inspired by the relationships he cultivated. This sense of community energized him in ways he hadn't anticipated, reinforcing the idea that human connection is a vital part of a long and fulfilling life. Richard's story highlights an essential truth: as we age, mental and social engagement are just as important as physical activity. Whether it's joining a club, volunteering, or simply spending quality time with loved ones, nurturing relationships and staying intellectually active can enhance your quality of life in profound ways. For Richard, these connections were not just a source of joy, they were the foundation of his vitality and happiness. As we've seen, staying healthy and vibrant after 70 doesn't require intense workouts or overexertion. Gentle habits like walking, practicing yoga, strength training with low resistance, mindful breathing, gardening, and fostering social connections are powerful tools to maintain physical, mental, and emotional well-being. These practices not only nurture your body but also bring joy, balance, and purpose to your daily life. Now, it's your turn to take action. Which of these habits resonates with you? Start incorporating them into your routine today to embrace a healthier, more fulfilling lifestyle. Small, consistent changes can make a big difference in how you feel and live. Have you already adopted any of these habits? Share your experiences in the comments and inspire others in the community to follow your lead. Together, we can celebrate aging as a journey of growth, connection, and vitality.